I like to think that I have sophisticated taste when it comes to animation. Animated movies and TV shows. I like to think that I'm a level headed person who enjoys quality. That being said, I love garbage and trash so much. When it's one of those, it's so absolutely terrible that it's funny and amazing kind of trash. Oh my god. And did I find a doozy? It's called Angel's Friends. It's one of those European made, like, wannabe magical fangirl shows, kind of like the Winx Club. And it's got this concept about guardian angels and guardian devils trying to work together and defeat bad guys too. Now, what is a guardian angel? She's that little voice on your shoulder that says, do the right thing, do the right thing. And you got the devils who are like, do the wrong thing, do the wrong thing. And it is so interesting to me how there are devil characters in a cartoon that's supposed to be meant for kids. Maybe it's because, devils are absolutely, you can't talk about them so much where I'm from. But oh my god, it is so interesting how the devils are brought. And it is realized in this world that you need some evil in your life. You need a little naughtiness. And the devils aren't exactly evil, encouraging murder. They're more of just really, really naughty. Like, they encourage theft and partying and, just all the bad things that kind of make you live a little bit. And the angels are more like, your mom friends. They teach you about duty and do the right thing and just be good, be honorable. And it's just interesting how they know each other. They basically go to the same high school because everything happens in high school settings. But yeah, they have to balance each other out. They have to learn to work together. Even if their two respective species hate each other and are basically enemies, they're kind of like, enemies that just have to get along. It's really well described as the characters that are students are trying to get to the level of their professors, of where they respect each other as colleagues. They have completely separate desires in the long run. Let evil always be good, let good always be good. They both want their students to do the best they can at extreme levels, but keep it together and just talk, civilly to one another. It's like a friendly rivalry. It's like, oh, we all care about the humans. Let's just get along with that. We agree to disagree. And that's nice. Okay, I think it's nice to see the world as some good and evil. You can't just always have good. God, that's why it gets exhausting in some TV shows where it's like, okay, let's try really, really, really hard to be good. The world might need it, but it's exhausting. And I really like how the devil characters are. Like, the angels are so boring, except for Raph. Honestly, Raph is the most interesting of angel characters, in my opinion. Why? Let's see. The other angels are all frilly and boring and super simple. And Raph, I don't know, she kind of has this whole Wonder Woman meets the Little Mermaid thing about her. She's curious, she's active, she's got spunk. And she has very creative and somewhat, tough love solutions when it comes to trying to help her earthly ones. She's oftentimes not afraid to scare them. I mean, a lot of times her friends will just turn into police officers. She will turn into kind of a bad influence, but will bring them to the good side. So she's not mad at her humans for indulging. She just wants them to do what's right for other people. Her main thing is be kind to other people. That's what makes her like Wonder Woman. That and just her silver cuffs are so cute. Really, I think I might cosplay her in the future. Anyway, so I like Raph on that aspect. I like that, she respects herself, but she can also lose her temper for a lot of things. So yes, she's an angel. She's a perfectly nice, honorable person, but she will get mad and she will use her powers to hurt people that piss her off. And I like that. I like that she can take care of herself. And I also like how her boyfriend in this series is a devil, okay? An anime I grew up watching, there was always this lame boy who would wake up and meet some magical princess or alien or some girl with cool powers, and he was just left being a weird loser dealing with her magical world coming into his life. And it's like, oh, you lucky schmuck, your life got interesting. Or in a lot of Western, American movies that I can think of, it's, plain Jane meets big monster who, is evil and gross, but then you find out he's secretly a nice guy, so it's cute that they fall in love because she sees the good inside him. Blah. I've never been a big Beauty and the Beast, Phantom of the Opera, all that jazz fan. I've never been a big fan. But yeah, I like that they can get along because you see how they can get along. How can they respect each other? They're steps above their friends and colleagues because they've learned to respect each other. Okay, Selphus might be evil, like he does not sugarcoat it. He is pretty evil and wicked and loves to trick the humans into doing the worst things. But he will listen to people who are smarter than him, and he will respect a better idea. That's why he learns to respect his angel adversary Raph. I mean, yes, they will fight constantly because they have absolutely different opinions on everything, but they learn to respect each other by just having rational conversations. Now, granted, the show never gets very, very deep. Like, there's so many gray areas in moral conscience that the show did not touch but could, which is what makes it so interesting to me, the potential. But yeah, I liked that Raph and Selphus got along just because they would talk their stuff out. Okay, if it wasn't for that silly whole teenagers have to fall in love thing, I think they would just be good friends. And let's see, I like Selphus. I like how he doesn't sugarcoat his supposed evilness. He is a devil. He's not like a self-hating devil like those monster boyfriends I was talking about. He's cool with himself, okay? He loves being evil. And yeah, he's got that old, oh, I'm such a bad boy thing, and I'm smarter than the system, I'm such a rebel. But because he's living in a world where, you know, bad is good and good is bad, he's the top of his class. He's like an overachiever in his own way because he's so naturally bad. His teacher loves him, it's hilarious. And yes, he will listen to people who have much better opinions than him, but he will also stay awake and look for any opportunity to gain somebody's trust and then take it away from them. Okay, Satan would be so proud. But yeah, that's what I like about those two. I think they're an interesting thing, and I like that they're two magical creatures that are working together and fall in love together because, you know, it's not just one has more power than the other. It's they're both magical, and that's nice. I wish there were more movies and TV shows like that, you know, where it's not just one magical person and one non-magical person. They're both magical people, and that's neat. The not so great part in the show, and there are a lot, is that the bad guys, and they frequent bad guys, there are only 2 seasons, but both seasons of this 100 episode series is like, yeah, let's use these 2 kids' very pleasant relationship and fuck it up as much as we can. Like, let's use our silly teen emotions to make horrible disasters. Okay, because yeah, if angels and devils were even to touch, it causes electrical things and cataclysm and just absolute like destruction if these 2 even touch. It's awful. I mean, a kiss basically caused an entire earthquake that just went through time. It was awful. But yeah, it's ridiculous, but it's also really funny to see like their big bad guy look on her screen, and as they're slowly approaching each other, she's like, kiss, 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 because it gets her out of jail somehow. They don't explain it. Again, the show is not very well explored, but the potential is very interesting. But yeah, the fact that the bad guys are always rooting to like make their like Degrassi drama better or worse is hilarious. It's so dumb, but so hilarious. Oh, God. It's so much fun. What makes this not a great show and why I wouldn't recommend it for everybody? Let's see. The writing is pretty damn bad. Like, so bland. The animation is some of the worst I've ever seen. Like, the pacing is terrible. If they cut all the awkward, like, turning of their heads and the weird gasping and moaning noises the characters make for no reason, they could combine 3 episodes into 1. It's so bad. The animation is so cheesy. It's horrible to look at. And yet, I really do appreciate all the outfits the characters wear. Like, oh, the cosplay. And like, why don't I see these characters more often? They have such cool design. Especially the devils. I just love the devils. I love the way they are. I love how Professor Timtel is like happy to be evil. You know, she's like an adult devil who encourages her students so happily. It's like, go on, my little devils. You're not paying attention? Excellent. It's like, that's the kind of fun teacher you're not supposed to have, but it's so much fun. God, and her outfit's just really cool. Let's see. Again, I think the angels are boring, but I love the devil characters. Okay, you have Cabiria, who's, you know, she's that chick who's, ugh, I'm so over this. God, these people. She pretty much hates everyone. There's actually an episode where somebody, like, asked her point of death was, if you had to push your friends off a building, would you? And then she lists an order of who she would and why. But she does love one of her friends very much, and she might care about them, even if she's cool with killing them. But she really loves animals, and I think that's so sweet. She's kind of like that chick that hates humans or hates people, because, you know, she also hates her own devils and angels kinds. But she loves animals, and I find that really sweet. Or she doesn't hate them, she's just kind of petty and snobby. And she's got this nasally voice that's so annoying, but kind of grows on you. I love it. And then you have Cabiria, who's kind of the cute, happy goth, kind of like Abby from NCIS. she's chipper. She's like, let's burn them down. Yay! It's like Morticia Adams in here. It's so cute. And she's also very good at making potions, which is a very neat little aspect. It helps in many episodes. And she's just so cute. But then there's poor Gas, who really is just the comic relief, but the fat shaming on him is absolutely horrendous. Oh my god, it's so cruel, and in every single episode, it's awful. It's awful. Ugh, and it's everyone. It's awful. The really sad part is even the angels who are super skinny worry about their weight. I mean, really. That's probably why the show was never put on Nickelodeon. That, and I think people would just be scared of their kids thinking about doing devilish things, because it's, oh no, if you push them even a little bit, it's too much. I mean, you should strive to be as good as you can be for the sake of it, but realize that, being bad is a human fault and usually happens when you're having fun, okay? The fun things are usually the worst things for you. So yeah, I would love it if the show was remade to, I don't know, a different company or a mature company, or we just take the whole angel and devil thing and we put it to a different suit where we really explore all those gray moral areas. And I would like to know if they're based on, like, Christianity and whatnot, are there other specters in their world, or are these just the angels and devils that, play with Earth like their own little toys? This is interesting to me. On the other hand, I don't want it to change. I'm cool with it just being my weird guilty pleasure I found late at night. Okay, I'm okay with how it is. In fact, the series ended with a huge cliffhanger and a lot of unanswered questions, and I'm okay with that because I know they're not that important. Okay, because the last episode, after they defeat the big bad guys, who, another interesting aspect is because devils are already evil, you'd think angels would want to battle them, but instead, the devils and angels usually have to work together, and it's a drinking game for whenever a character says, for once we agree, it's a drinking game. But anyway, for the angels and devils to, work together, they have to have somebody against them, and who could someone evil be against, and who can someone good be against at the same time? Someone insane who wants to hurt them both. Usually, like, the first big bad guy was just a fallen angel who wanted control over everything else, and the devils only stopped her because if we don't have humans to play with, what do we play with? And in the second season, it was where an angel and a devil both wanted to get rid of the other one so hard, like just wipe out each other's entire species, so that's why they had to work together. So yeah, even though this show had a lot of great ideas, it absolutely did terrible putting them through. That's part of its charm. It's truly so absolutely gnawing and wrenching that it's so much fun. So yeah, if you like loving and hating something so hard, I highly recommend Angel's Friends. Oh, it's so